What's up, people? Boys, let's talk about the Cleric, and let me show you the Cleric's skills English translated version from the Korean developers' latest livestream. I'm an AION 1 player with 15 years of hardcore experience, and in these 15 years I have played with every single classes. So at the end of the video I can give you the nice conclusion: does the AION 2's Cleric look the same fun and powerful class to play as it was in AION 1? And by the way, if you are interested with the classes in general, I'm hiring amazing hardcore players from AION 1 for each classes to make sure I will drop the high quality class guides for the future. I'm Enchanter and Sorcerer main from AION 1, and I'm gonna play with those two classes in AION 2. And because of this reason, I have hired incredible people for the Cleric, for the Templar, for the Gladiator, for the Ranger, for an Assassin, and for Spirit Master. I'm paying those people half the revenue for the videos, and they will send me them gameplays and POVs so we can make incredible and high quality content for every class in AION 2. And if you don't want to miss that videos, hit the subscribe button for this channel, because once the game will comes out on the Korea and Taiwan, I'm gonna bomb my channel with the hardcore class guides. And boys, I have two incredible news for you. First, I'm gonna start to stream on the Twitch after November 15, so you can join me there and ask me anything regarding AION 2, and we can have a lot of fun on the live stream. And second news, my channel reached a new achievement with you guys, and now YouTube unlocked me a membership option. If you're interested to join a lucky squad with an amazing status such as officer, such as general, great general, and commander, with an amazing my own handmade badges, you can click on the join icon near the subscribe button. It's not mandatory membership. I still love you, all of you guys, all of my subscribers, and since you are the subscriber for my channel, that's already a big deal for me. That's increased my motivation so hard to push the forward. But if you have wish and power to support my channel, additionally you can join our membership. Alright, let's move to the main topic. First, you need to know how AION 2 skills works. Every class skill in this game have same pattern for description. Does not matter is it Chanter, is it Assassin, or any class. First you see the name and level bar, but we don't know it yet what is the maximum enchant level for the skills. On the developers livestream I could see the skill levels for like a level 4 or like a level 20, like a 21, so we don't know the limit yet. After the name, you can see the text like an engine, which means the chain. If you see the skill have this type of the name tag, it means that this skill is the chain, or the specialization made it like a chain. And you can use it with the combination of the different skill, or once you will activate this skill, it have its chain connection. I love this feature, guys, because today's MMORPGs, the skill limitation is so high, and such kind of the effects, like such kind of the features when you have the chain effect, which is make the connection between the other skills, or it's increase the rotations for the each skill itself, gives you a lot of possibility, and it's kind of loophole, you know, you can use way more skills than it's just showing on the panel. It is so good feature, and I'm so happy that we will have it in AION 2. Second, on the skill description comes the skill identification. In this matter, you will face a different identity to the different skills, such as is the skill physical or the magical, is it attack or the cast, is it buff or debuff to the enemy. Third section is about the skill description itself and tells you the full description for the skill. It also indicates itself the structure of the skill, like is this skill for the known target, is it skill for the target one, can you do it while you're moving, or it locks you in animation. The fourth section is about a skill specialization, like the latest example, Throne and Liberty, when you could power up your skill with extra bonus effects. Same was in Arcade, and many MMORPGs have such kind of the feature, and it is so good. It gives you a lot of flexibility in the combat. And the final section, we have the backstage structure, such as how much mana you are using if you will use this skill, what is the cooldown for the skill, how many players it can hit, and such basic details. By the way, guys, remember we have 4 normal skills, 4 Stigma skills, and 4 locked skills on the Q, on the E, on the mouse left and right buttons. Each class also have the 40 skills, so you can swap your normal and Stigma skills based on your situation. For example, if you want to go to 1 versus 1 arena, you are just taking the single target damage skills and you are just focusing for that. If you want to go to the mass fight or mass farm, you're taking more our type of the skills. This is really good option, and you can all the time modify your class so you will never get bored. Alright guys, now let's move and reveal each skill one by one. Let's start it with the mouse left and right button, and the first one we have the lightning judgment. This is a magical attack skill and it's have the wind attribute damage. Skill by itself does the 800 damage up to 4 enemies in the 4 meter radius with the 20 meter target. It means that you're hitting the skill for the target in a 20 meter and around the target 4 meter radius 4 more players gets damage. With the specialization, you can decrease the mana consumption and also you can increase the damage up to 12%. It's depending how much target you will hit. This is the engine skill, which means it have its own chain combinations, and since this is the mouse left skill, you don't have much cooldowns and you don't have much recast times. We cannot see directly the timings because the developers are hiding the picture, but those skills doesn't have much cooldowns. The second mouse button we have the Earth Retribution. This is a magical attack Earth type of the damage skill. This is also the engine. It means that it will have its chain combination. And this one deals 500 Earth damage up to target 20 meter and restores your mana mental power 110. With the specialization, you can make this skill with the multiple hit, and once you're doing it, your bonus damage increase 50%. Also, there is the option that you can increase the mana recovery by 20%, and you have option to decrease the cooldown for wind power up to 7 seconds. Alright, now it's time for the main normal skills, and the first one we have the Mark of Weakness. This is a magical attack skill with an weakening debuff, and this is the wind type of the attribute damage, which deals 900 wind damage up to 4 enemies in the 4 meter radius in the 20 meter target. Enemies wind resistance reduce 10% for the 10 second, and this is the weakening debuff, so it will take 123 damage every second. This skill have a special specialization. You can modify it as the CC, and there is a 20% chance that you can even stun the target. The cast time for this skill is an insta cast, cooldown is the 10 second, and as I mentioned, the range is 20 meter and hitting up to 4 people. Second normal skill is the Divine Aura. This is a magical skill with the Recall support, and this one summons the servant around you, and that servant does the 240 earth damage to the targets in a 20 meter radius around you, and it will stand up to 10 seconds. With the specialization, you can modify this skill as the weakening debuff, and in the 4 meter radius for the 4 enemies it can decrease the movement speed, and also you can increase the firing speed for Divine Aura by 100%. This is the casual servant from AION 1, which Clerics was using mostly. Third normal skill is the Radiance of Healing. This is the active skill for heal, and it heals 1700 to 1900 HP to yourself and to your party members in the 25 meter radius. It also have the multi-charge, and if the skill is on the full charge, it will heal 2900 HP. With the specialization, you can modify this skill as an clean, so it will remove 2 weakening spells for the full charge for your party members. Casting time for each level of the charge is the 0.5 second, and recast time is 8 seconds. Our fourth and last normal skill is the Wall of Power. This is a magical attack damage skill with the wind attribute, which deals between 2000 to 800 to 4400 wind damage up to 4 enemies with the 4 meter radius of the target in 20 meter. If the skill will be full charged at the 3 level, it will deal 4400 damage. With the specialization, you can increase the cast time for this speed, decrease the cast time, and also you can give it to the mobile ability, which means that you can cast while you are moving. Each level of the cast will cost you 0.5 second, total cooldown for the skill is the 45 second, and the radius is a 20 meter as I mentioned. Alright, it's time for the Stigma skills. The first Stigma skill, we have the Power of Explosion. This is a magical attack skill with a weakening debuff and Earth attribute. This deals 3300 Earth damage to the target in 20 meters, and it's knock them back with the 75% chance, and it's also stun them. With the specialization, you can increase the speed up to 20%, and you can grant it with the guaranteed critical hit. Casting time for this skill is an insta, and since this is the Stigma skill, recast time is 1 minute. The range is 20 meter, and this is a single target skill. Now let's go our second Stigma skill, Voice of Destruction. This is a magical attack skill with an weakening debuff, and it does an Earth attribute. Deals 3400 damage up to 4 enemies in the 4 meter radius in a 20 meter distance of the target. And it removes the protective shield ability. After you hit the skill, it will stand up as the debuff, and it will hit 490 damage every 0.5 second for the next second, and then healing receive abilities will decrease 80%. With the specialization, you can increase the damage up to 20% as much target as you will hit. Casting time for this skill is an instant, and recast time is 1 minute and 30 seconds. This is a 20 meter radius skill, and it will hit up to 4 enemies. Our third Stigma skill is an Absolution. This is a magical skill, and this is the buff, it's the positive skill. It removes all debuffs from yourself and party members within 25 meters, restores 6400 HP, and lowest HP member in your party will receive 10% its HP as an extra heal. With the specialization, you can decrease the recast time up to 30 seconds, so at the end you can receive skill as an instacast and within 1 minute cooldown. And it's time for our last Stigma skill, and this is the Healing Aura. It is the magical recall positive buff skill, and this is also the Healing Servant. This summons the Healing Aura near to you up to 50 seconds. It summons the Healing Aura near to you at least for 15 seconds. And in 10 meters of the radius, it restores for you and for your party members HP up to 850, and additionally it will increase your defense up to 10%, your attack increase up to 10%, and your combat movement speed increase up to 10%. The cast for this skill is an instacast. The recast time is up to 1 minute and 30 seconds. We cannot see the full, but it looks like in 1 minute and 30 seconds. And the range for this skill is in 10 meters. Alright boys, in the Cleric situation and in the Sorcerer situation, we have the Q and E. We can check those skills too, and let's start it with the Q on the Cleric. It represents the Light of Regeneration. This is a magical skill, this is the buff, and it restores 280 HP for your party members within 25 meters of you every 2 seconds up to next 10 seconds. This is kind of positive buff skill. Once you will activate, it will add to your party members and they will get heals every 2 seconds up to 10 seconds. With the specialization, you can increase the additional stats for these skills, and you can even grant it with the plus 50 block and plus 50 evasion. And our E skill is the Chain of Pain. This is a magical attack skill with a weakening debuff and Earth attribute. Deals 1300 Earth damage up to 4 enemies with the 4 meter radius around them in the 20 meter distance. And it will add them debuff which will decrease them Earth resist up to 10% for next 10 seconds. And in that period of time they will get 169 damage every 1 second. With the specialization, you can grant this skill with the movement decrease of the target and with a 20% chance the target may be stumbled for 3 seconds. Overall boys, this Cleric class looks so similar like it was in AION 1. Though AION 1 skills are combined, couple of skills are combined and made one skill. This is a limitation of the UI panel, since we don't have the pleasure to have 40 and 50 skills anymore in MMORPGs. On the paper, this everything looks good, but let's see how it will work in the game. This class, like the others, from this point of view, looks so good. Game is not out yet, and I can't tell you how it feels, but I can definitely tell you it looks fantastic on the paper. Almost all classes from this gameplay look smooth and stylish like the original AION 1's 8 classes was. But boys, once the game comes out, in its first week I will drop the renewed classes videos. And guys, as I said, I have amazing people for each classes, true hardcore and one of the best players from AION 1, and I'm kinda hiring them in a job, since I cannot focus all 8 classes to make the top content for each. So I just decided to split the video revenue to them, and they will provide me them gameplays and help me to make incredible guides for each classes. Yes boys, that's how I work. Instead to drop some average class guides, I'm always focusing to make the high quality content, even if I need to pay the money for it. This is my mentality boys, always the best and always the maximum. And I hope you will enjoy those videos. So if you don't want to miss any of them, click the subscribe button for my channel. That's also increase my motivation to push this quality content for the future. By the way, I'm gonna start to stream on Twitch, so if you have any question regarding AION 2, you can come and find me on the Twitch. I'm starting the live streams from around November 15, so follow me on the Twitch and let's make fun together. That was it boys for today, and as always, see you in the next video.